Here it is, the solo on the guitar. Very emotional and hypnotic at the same time. Hey travelers, my name is Gabriel Belozi, I'm a music producer and I make metal arrangements of video game and anime songs. And today I will break down the evolution theme of Digimon Ghost Game, composed by Shiro Watanabe. So let's go! So we have here beautiful and emotional piano lines. Check it out, these counterpoints made by violins. So cool. So before we continue, let me explain quickly what is counterpoints. You have a counterpoint when you have two melodic lines that complement each other but act independently. And in this case, the violin and the piano make different melodies but are played at the same time. Another interesting information is that you have the same structure in an intro of Digimon Adventure. In the song Braveheart, there is another evolution theme. First you start with an emotional piano lines, and after that you have an explode of emotions. Pretty cool, right? So let's move on. Pretty cool. We have here classic 80s pattern. Basically, you maintain the tonic note in one instrument, and in this case the bass and rhythmic guitars, and another instrument keeps changing the harmony during this bar, causing what I call the classic 80s riff. We have a good reference in Burning Heart of Rock Balboa movie. Check it out. Pay attention in the bass lines and the synths. Get this? It's so nostalgic. The classic riff, one more time. Now he changes the harmony. So, here we have what I call of a glorious and epic effect that was made by a chord. There is not a part of the key of the song was created. In this part, and in this song the composer made something interesting indeed. He keeps the chord that was part of the key in the song, and he changed the quality. I mean, when I say quality, I mean the feeling and the emotion that this chord generates in you. Minor chord in some cases represents sad and reflexive emotions, and the major chord represents something happy, and in this case epic and glorious. Look, these are arpeggios made by synthesizers. So, it is very common you find this pattern of effect of synthesizers and the pattern of the arpeggios in Eurobeat songs. Look this amazing reference of Judy Crystal. The song's called Nori Nori Nori. You got this? Very emotional. So it's very common in the songs you mix the English and Japanese language in vocal lines. The mix again. Beautiful bells. It sounds like a Christmas songs, traditional Christmas songs. Every time that I hear this part, it gives me goosebumps. Listen to this part again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we have two different beats in the solo of a violin. In the first part, we have a quaternary form that is the main beat of the song, and we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the final of this solo, we have a ternary form that we count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Check it out one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's move on to the second chorus because the first part it is almost equal until the second part. So let's go. Like these attacks, man, so crazy. The attacks made by drums and guitars brings me the sensation that we have something badass to come, right? And now, here it is, the solo on the guitar. Very emotional and virtuoso at the same time. So, in my vision as a music producer, in the arrangements and the solo that I compose, I try to mix parts with expressive techniques like a bend and vibrato, and parts with techniques that brings virtuosity, like sweep picking, tapping, and alternating picking. And to me, there is a formula to a perfect solo that makes people goosebumps. So here's the solo one more time. It's so epic. The third part of the song. Nice. Beautiful attacks. And now he returns to the bridge of the song. He goes back to the chorus, but now he does more like a ballad. And this transition of a high and strong dynamic with all instruments to the low with a piano and vocal, it is very common in Digimon songs, especially in Braveheart. We have a powerful solo, and now he makes the same transition in First Riders. Now he uses the acoustic guitar. Now he makes another transition of a low to high, and all instruments return again. And it is very interesting the form that the composer respects in trying to maintain the identity of Digimon songs. Now we have more dynamic, but it's not complete yet. We have more bass and strings. And here it is, the return of all instruments. Nice. Beautiful attacks. The mix of Japanese and English again. I know, beautiful vocal line. The bells again. Now he returned to the main theme again. The intro, the attacks, so epic. So I have two observations to say here. First, he changed the pitch again to the ternary 4 in this phrase. And it is so cool because all instruments make the same phrase and reinforce to the final of the song. And second, he ends with two different chords. In this case, the suspended chord, that we call it of a tense chord, have a function to prepare to final of the song. And after that, coming by the relaxing chord. And this is the basic cycle of the music theory. But the composer ends with two suspended chords that make the feel that the song will never end. And this final and this type of a chord, it is much common in jazz and blues. So we could just say that this final sounds like a fusion. That is a style to mix rock and jazz. And if you want to understand more about video game and anime songs, stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and I put here my metal version of this amazing song.